Truth Tuesday, and thank you for meeting me here. What I want to share with you this week should affect every area of your life. As a matter of fact, if you find a single area of your life that is not affected by what I'm talking about today, the truth that I'm going to reveal to you today, then it's probably something that you need to stop doing. If it can't play a part, if this truth can't play a part in whatever you're doing or seeking or enjoying, or if whatever you're doing and seeking and enjoying doesn't help you to seek the kingdom and to accomplish the purposes of the kingdom, then you shouldn't be doing it. Plain and simple. Now, let me get straight to the point. What am I talking about today? What I'm saying today is that despite the challenges you face, despite the deadlines you face, despite the shortages you may face, the shortages of money, ideas, people, help, despite the obligations that you face, whether spousal, children, family, church, creditors, whatever your obligations are, the Father expects you to seek first the kingdom, and his righteousness. And in doing so, he expects you to bear what Jesus calls much fruit, not just fruit, but much fruit. That is clear in John chapter 15, verses 5, 8, and especially 16. Not just fruit, but much fruit. So how does this occur? Well, it occurs by you living a life that is intentional. Live a life that, is aware and alive with the Father's desires to bear much fruit. I mean, it has to be a part of who you are. Living intentionally means that this is a topic of prayer for us. Living intentionally means that we accept his help and the one he sent us as the helper, the Holy Spirit. Living intentionally means that as I'm seeking to enjoy and expand the realm of his kingdom in other areas of my life, Jesus and the Holy Spirit are leading me towards the achievement of my personal singular destiny. I have a personal singular destiny that he sent me here to accomplish. And when I achieve my life's personal singular destiny, I realize that I will have had the biggest impact for the kingdom for him. But along the way, I'm supposed to bear much fruit. And the question is, how do we do that? I keep asking myself about that. But one way we do that is that we live our lives with his purposes first. Live your life with his purposes first. I referred to John 15, 16 earlier, where Jesus says, you didn't choose me. I'm the one who chose you, and I commissioned you, appointed you for this purpose. Bear fruit. You see, the gifts that God gives us are tools that we share, and we use them to help and bless other people, and they produce much fruit. Our gifts produce fruit when we use them properly. And the reason I keep saying that we have to live intentionally is because Jesus, as you meditate on John 15, 16, he's going to reveal to you by the Holy Spirit that when you desire to bear much fruit, then the Father leans in and helps you. You desire it, and the Father helps you. How? You pray for help in bearing much fruit, and he answers all your prayers. John 15, 16 tells us that while we're bearing fruit, that if we ask him anything in Jesus' name to accomplish Jesus' purposes, the Father is going to answer. And so now I'm not talking about 24 karat gold prayers. I'm not talking about, oh Lord, give me a Bentley prayer. I'm not talking about other kind of material, natural things that fulfill our lust, but I'm talking about the effectual, fervent prayers that we have for bearing fruit. They avail much. And if you have concerns about your job, don't get me wrong, he is also concerned and wants you to use that issue, those challenges, to bear fruit in your workplace. If you have concerns about your family, he is also concerned about that. And he wants to use you to bear fruit despite those challenges in your family. If you have concerns about your health, guess what? You've already answered. He is also concerned, and he wants to use you to bear fruit while you navigate your health issues or your health crisis. And all of your attention to your problems and your issues and your desires Keep seeking first his kingdom and his righteousness, and make it also your desire to pray for and desire to bear much fruit. Have eyes beyond the situation and the challenges. Lord, how do you want me to bear fruit in this situation? Not just fruit, but much fruit. Lord, please give me wisdom today so I bear much fruit as I go through this endeavor. Now, if you've been following Forest Hill United Methodist Church on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, you've heard me say before that we should always be praying or praising God. We was doing a study of James, and we learned that. So the next time you pray, also ask the Father to show you how you can bear much fruit in your situation. It has to become a priority for us as well. Is there someone that you can bless despite the challenges you're facing? Is there a way for you to produce fruit while you wait in the waiting room at the doctor's office? Is there a way that you can live, or is there something that you can say to get someone else on the track to salvation, the track to a relationship with Jesus? Is there a way that you can demonstrate that Jesus lives and he is the living Son of God in your situation, despite your situation? Is there a way at work that you can complete your job assignment in a way that demonstrates that God is with you, that Jesus is your Lord, that you have faith and confidence in him despite how things turn out? Is there a relationship that you can form along the way of your life that allows other people to witness your approach to problems that you face, your family's way through challenging times? Now, don't look at me with that attitude. I'm just asking questions. That's what I like to do. But while praying for everything else in your life, I'm trying to raise the importance of bearing much fruit. Leave yourself a note to pray for much fruit. Post stickies around to remind you, pray for much fruit. Develop a hunger and an appetite for much fruit. Include it in your prayers. Include it in your confessions. You see, if Jesus is our example, a much fruit lifestyle is not something that's accidental, but it's intentional. So you be intentional in the way you pray and in what you say, with your words and with your actions. As I close, let me also be very clear about this. Since God is not a respecter of persons, he treats you, expects from you the same way he does with me. He doesn't expect any more of me or any less of you. Our path to much fruit may be very different because I'm a pastor, because I'm a lawyer, because I'm a teacher, whatever. But much fruit is required of me, and much fruit is required of you. The Father expects much fruit, and Jesus makes that very clear. John 15:16, as I close, it reads in part, you did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you that you would go and bear fruit. Now that's just the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Thank you for joining me. Meditate on the words of Jesus that I mentioned in John 15, verses 16, 5, and 8. I almost can't wait to see you again, because I know that in the interim, as you meditate on those scriptures, as you continue to pray that God gives you wisdom, guidance, direction regarding the bearing of fruit so that you bear much fruit, this truth in you is going to expand and it's going to affect every area of your life. May God bless you. May he keep you.